What's going on, everybody? You see a Jaguar back with GenJag.com, and a position group that was a huge hole going into free agency has now been filled pretty well with two tight end additions to our team. We got Niles Paul from the Washington Redskins and Austin Senferian-Jenkins from the New York Jets, drafted by the Buccaneers. Now, Niles Paul, just a little explanation of him. He is pretty much signed on as a special teams captain. Kind of another version of Aurelius Ben. You know, he signed a 2-year, $5 million contract. Last season, he was the special teams captain out in Washington. And from all I hear about him, he is a really good player when he's not injured. Now, one reason why I say that he's pretty much going to be a special teams guy is because you have Dave Caldwell alluding to the fact that he is really versatile and can fill in for positions like wide receiver, tight end, fullback. So when I see this, I say, okay, if you really expect a player to make a big impact on the field when it's not on special teams, you stick him at one position. You're not going to move him around a bunch. And you know, maybe he turns into our fullback. We might not carry a fullback on a team next year. When we drafted Leonard Fournette, he was so used to running behind a fullback in college, so they brought in a fullback this season. But as the season went on, really, Tommy Bohannon saw a lot less snaps, as I think he was getting more used to running without a fullback back there. So I don't know if this is something that they're just going to try to get a poor versions of a fullback and use them kind of like we did Tyson Alalo a few years back, where he'd come in on certain situations. So that's definitely something of note. But yeah, we got our new basically Aurelius Ben in here with Niles Paul. Now, the more exciting one that I really liked was signing Austin Senferian-Jenkins. This deal just got done a couple hours ago. We signed him for 2 years, $10 million, and this was a guy that I really wanted to target. I actually liked Austin Senferian-Jenkins more than a guy like Trey Burton, and he actually wound up signing for less, or Trey Burton was actually the more expensive guy. Now, he has all the physical tools to be a great tight end. 6'6", 260 pounds, according to Wikipedia. And he was a former 2014 second-round pick from the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Now, the big reason why he was a huge bust for the Buccaneers is he's been struggling with alcoholism since college. He had a couple of DUIs since then. You know, he admitted last offseason that he had a huge alcohol problem. And the Buccaneers in the 2017 season, after 2 games, he got a DUI and was basically cut from the team. He had a resurgence year with the New York Jets, catching 50 receptions for 357 yards and 3 touchdowns. So this guy is definitely on the upswing of things, and I think he has the potential to be a really good tight end. You know, I really liked the Jets signing him, and I thought that if he could get his stuff straight, that he would be really good. And he was very good for the Jets, and I think that this guy, like Dante Moncrief, has a very high ceiling to really be a great player. So I really like this signing. It's a cheap 2-year, $10 million deal, and we all of a sudden have a pretty crowded tight end backfield. You know, we have Mercedes Lewis, Ben Koyak, and O'Shaughnessy from last season, and then we obviously just signed Niles Paul and Austin Senferian-Jenkins. So, you know, the maximum you're going to keep is 4 players, and right now the odd man out I think is O'Shaughnessy, just because Koyak is just a better run blocker, and obviously that's our team's identity. So I'm really excited by these signings by the Jaguars, bringing a couple of cheap guys who could hopefully make a big impact for our team next year. So all of a sudden, the tight end position almost looks like it's somewhat off the board when it comes to the NFL draft, just because, you know, you have a very crowded tight end group all of a sudden. So yeah, let me know what you guys think of these signings down in the comments down below, and I will see you guys next time.